Hey guys, Stay Patient here, back with the 6th deal of Christmas. Today we've got Uncharted 4, and I'm going to make this a nice quick video because we've got the Trophy Hunters update to record today. So obviously I'm going to be spending most of the day working on that, but this is obviously, well, $19.99. It's not a bad price. I've done a bit of shopping around for you guys, and at the moment this is very overpriced on, the different retail outlets. If you go to Amazon, they've got it for £30, which is about the cheapest I could find. But a lot of the other places that usually have nice cheap prices are currently sat at around £40 to £45. Now, that's actually more expensive than you'd expect to pay for the game when it first comes out, on release day, let alone several months later. So this is obviously a similar situation to Battlefield 1, which, had some deals related to it when it first released, as Uncharted 4 would have done. And then, started slowly, this would have started slowly trickling down in price. Obviously, Battlefield's more recent. But, just before Christmas, they do tend to whack the prices up for some of these more popular games. And that just results in, really high prices on retail sites. But then that allows Sony to put up quite a cheap price on the store, and it looks better than it is. Just like we said with Battlefield, the price for Battlefield was $32.99, and it looked like a good price if you compare it directly with the retail outlets. But, at the end of the day, you need to weigh up how much you'd expect to pay for a game weeks or months after it releases, depending on how long it's been out, and just kind of ignore the fact that it's Christmas, because it's really the fact that it is Christmas at the moment that is causing a lot of these games to be sold for quite a high price. But at the same time, even when Uncharted 4 does come down, which I'm sure it will do at the start of next year, like we said, it's expensive for now, but around January time it's going to go back to the prices that it was sat at, because I'm sure you could have probably got it for £25 just a few weeks ago. But, when it does drop down, because it's such a popular game, it's not going to drop down to a super, super cheap price. It's not going to be like £10, £12 like a lot of games are after a year of being released. If anything, it's probably going to be around the £20 mark, maybe £25. You may get some offers at a sort of around $17.99, seems to be a kind of price that might crop up a bit. And to be honest, I don't see it going any lower than £15 to £20 for quite some time. So this isn't a bad price really, $19.99 on the store, only if obviously you're wanting the game digitally. So if you do want a retail copy because you're going to want to sell it on eventually, then I would wait. I wouldn't spend 40 odd quid on it. Amazon have got it for £30. But yeah, it's if you're not worried about what kind of format you have, if you're like me and you don't mind having digital copies because it saves room in your storage, and because you're the kind of person that keeps games for a long time and never really sells them, then $19.99 is probably not a bad price, considering the fact that if you were to buy a PSN top-up card on cdkeys.com, you'll get another about 8 or 9% off, depending on which one you buy. If you go for the £50 top-up, it works out as about 8% you get taken off the price, and then obviously you can use the other £30 at a later date. So that's, it takes off nearly £1. Oh, no, wait, it's $1.60, isn't it? So you'd get another $1.60 basically off the price. And I don't think the retail price is going to go much lower than that over the next couple of months. So, if you're not worried about having digital games, this is actually quite a good buy. All right, guys, that's a first. That's pretty much the first time I've told you guys that this is probably a fairly decent price. At least it's not overpriced. We expect things to be overpriced on the PlayStation Store, and this isn't one of those games. So thankfully, they've finally given us a deal that's kind of okay. It's nothing special. I wouldn't jump on it and think, crumbs, and not going to get a price this low for ages. You probably will get a price around this amount over the next couple of months, but it's not going to be massively lower. So if you want it now, you're not going to be throwing money away if you do decide to buy it on the store. Okay, guys, so I'm going to go and start work, or continue working on this week's trophy update. So I'll catch you all there. Hope you found this helpful. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you in a bit. Cheers, guys.